I started playing Genshin Impact back in December of 2020, and ever since, my favorite character in the entire game has been Kaeya. Yes, the free 4-star character that you get just by playing the game. I love his design, his voice, his lore, everything about him. So of course, I had to spoil him. I have him C6, I farmed for some of the best artifacts on my account for him, I have multiple different weapons for him, I grinded to get his free event skin the first day it was available, I level 90'd him, and of course, triple crowned him. The only triple crown on my entire account. I've even used him in all 3 endgame modes: Imaginarium Theater, Spiral Abyss, and yes, even Stygian Onslaught. But even with all of this, there's still one thing that I haven't managed to do for him. Something that I didn't think would be possible for me to achieve. Getting him to level 95, and eventually 100. You see, in Genshin, you can't level a character past 90 with normal XP books or materials. Instead, you need a special item called a Masterless Stella Fortuna, which you can only get by rolling a duplicate copy of a 5-star character that you already have C6. Now, this would be relatively easy for someone who maybe pulls for every character in the game, possibly some constellations, but for me, I barely spend on Genshin. The only times I've spent money were to buy enough Welcome Moons to get the Diluc and Nivelette skins, and a single battle pass. Almost all of my limited 5-stars are C0, with the only exceptions being C1 Farina, an early C1 Yoimiya, and the free constellations from the new Selector event. But as luck would have it, my goal of one day getting a level 100 Kaeya was much closer than I expected, because when the Paimon shop reset this month and I got my free 5 standard banner pulls, I pulled a copy of the only C6 5-star on my entire account, Diluc. He's blessed me with my first Masterless Stella Fortuna, and now, quite ironically, I will be using it to level up his estranged adoptive brother. Okay, so before I officially level 95 Kaeya, I thought I'd do a brief showcase of where he is right now in terms of his build and everything, his teams. So yeah. So this is my Kaeya. I do have his skin, but to be honest, I kind of like his default more, so I switched it back. These are his stats. For his weapon, this is what I've been currently running him on. It's just the Fontaine Craftable. R5. I do also have Moonweaver's Dawn. It's only R1 though, because I have not rolled on the weapon banner that it's available on. And honestly, it'll probably stay at R1. I did, in the early days, I did run him on this. I did R5 it for him, but I don't really like physical teams that much, so I never really ran him as a physical DPS. This was just like the best sword that I had. I did also used to use this, which is the Starglitter shop sword. I did not get refinements for it because honestly I didn't know how worth it was to get refinements for this, and I just was going off the assumption that I would get something better for him. But yeah, I just wanted this basically for the crit damage. I did try to roll Mist Splitter, which is Ayaka's Sig, which I think is one of his best weapons overall. It's definitely like one of his best 5-star weapons, but I could not get it. That might have been before they added the fate point system or when you had to do 2. So I was like, I couldn't afford to gamble on it. I did try to pull Ayato's weapon, which is like Haran something, and I lost to the other signature weapon, which I think was Elegy of the End, which honestly I'm not too mad about because like I actually use Elegy like a ton, so that was kind of a nice thing to lose to. I do have these two, which I did pull for Claran and Skirk, but honestly they also look really nice on Kaeya. I do use this as a stat stick sometimes because it gives like 64 crit damage. I know he can't use the second half of the passive, but the crit damage and the high base attack is really nice, and also it looks so perfect on him. I mean, look at it. This is a great sword for like pictures, photos, and also like the description over here is like, that's literally him. It's so perfect. Like, that's so Kaeya. I have Skirk's signature, which definitely is also kind of just a stat stick, like high base attack. It gives a little bit of crit rate. It's not that great on him because I think it just gives him like a little bit of attack, which is like the same as this. Like I think the Finale of the Deep gives more attack, but obviously this gives crit rate and has a higher base attack. But this is also kind of just like a drip sword. Oh, speaking of drip, I recently got the Notcry wings like literally today. So I literally just put these on him, but before that I was running the Dragon Spine wings, which, you know, they're still cute, they're still good, but I do definitely like the Noctri wings better. I think they fit like the colors on him. Artifacts, this is where it's really at. So I'm pretty proud of my Kaeya. He got some changes recently. This is his flower, and as you can see, it basically rolled perfectly, so I'm probably never gonna replace this. This is staying on him forever. Next up is the feather, which I also think is perfect. Yes, it could have rolled more into like crit, but honestly, attack is still really good, so I'm probably not gonna bother with re-rolling it. As far as things are concerned right now, I think this is probably gonna stay on him. For his sands, this is an off piece, but it kind of also rolled perfectly. Obviously, it's attack sands, and then it has 4 rolls into crit, energy recharge, which, you know, he doesn't need a ton of. His ascension like attribute is energy recharge. So he doesn't need a ton, but energy recharge is still nice since he relies a lot on his burst. These two are where it gets a little bit sketchy. This one is his goblet, which it is an onset, so it is on Blizzard Strayer. It has 2 rolls into crit rate, 2 rolls into crit damage, and then 1 into defense, which is kind of a dead stat. I mean, it's definitely a dead stat. So we have HP and defense, but it's also a 5-roll goblet, you know? Like, it's a 4-line start, and it rolled 4 times in a crit, so I'm probably never gonna, like, re-roll this. If I get a better goblet in the future, which probably isn't gonna happen, at least not as far as, like, an on-set goblet goes, if I get a better offset goblet, which, like, right now, all my offset goblets are pretty garbage, so hopefully in the future I can get, like, a better onset sands, because my best onset sands is this one. It's kind of mid. And then lastly, this is by far the worst piece. It's garbage. It's awful. That's okay. We will get a better one soon. I'm thinking I might craft a crit damage one. I tried crafting a crit rate one a while back, and as you can see, it did not roll well. But I have this one, which it rolled badly. However, it is a 4-line start, and it has both crit damage and attack percent. So my plan is that when I get another feather, because I have 1 right now, I have enough to guarantee the 4 rolls. So I think that's what I'm gonna do once I get another feather. He doesn't really need like a ton of crit rate with his current build, because like as of right now, he's got 57 crit rate, which looks low, but if you take into account like cryo resonance, and then also this set, even if he's not freezing the enemies, it's still gonna give like a lot of crit rate, especially if I'm using him on field. Then you get this crit rate bonus as well. So he has a lot of crit rate. His old pieces used to be the ones that Rosaria has on. Like, this used to be his old build. The crit is a bit lower, but if we get that better crit rate circlet, who knows? Maybe I'll swap back. We're going back to this. Hopefully I can get a better crit damage circlet, though. I think next on the list is I'm gonna craft a crit damage circlet for him. But for now, this is what he has on, and I am very proud. I'm very happy. Of course, he's Constellation 6, which I bought most of them in the shop. I think a single one of these I rolled. I don't remember like when, but I did roll him on the standard banner like a couple times, but one of them was after he was already C6. And of course, he is triple crowned because he deserves it. Alright, so I thought it'd be fun to show some teams that I play him in, like currently, and the ones that I used to play him in. The first team that I ever played Kaeya in was actually this starter team. This was the team that I played at the very beginning of the game when I first started. So I had Diluc as like kind of my main damage dealer. Then I had Kaeya because I just liked him. So of course I just wanted him on the team. And then I had Beto because I also just really liked her. And Barbara because I needed a healer and she was the only healer that I had at the time other than Noelle. And I just didn't like playing Noelle. So this was like the OG team. It's not a great team, like synergy wise, but I mean it was good enough for like early game. Yeah, all of these characters hold a special place in my heart. I have fond memories of them. The first like real team that I played Kaeya in though was this freeze team, where Kaeya and Rosaria were kind of like the main damage dealers. Then of course I had Kazuha to buff the cryo with his skill by swirling, and then Kokomi was here for both heals and to freeze, which is nice because she's, you know, a catalyst. So she can just apply hydro all the time, but she could also heal without like actively being on field, so I could swap to others. And then she could also heal a lot like on her burst. And so this team was really nice. It was also nice because I can on-field Kokomi and then have Kaeya and Rosaria's bursts off-field while they still do damage. So this was just a nice team, and it actually worked to help me clear some past Spiral Abyss floor 12s, like way back in the day when Inazuma was like releasing. This is a team that I found online that became one of my favorite teams to play. It's like reverse melt with, again, Kaeya and Rosaria as kind of some of our main damage dealers, but then also Zhongling for, you know, more melts. And then Bennett because, you know, he's best boy. And this was like a quick swap team. It's super fun because you could just keep switching between the characters using their skills, abilities, or whatever. And then you could funnel particles really easily because no one really needs to be on field. So the energy on this team wasn't that bad. I think the only one that had issues was maybe like Zhongling, because Zhongling always has energy issues. But again, because no one like has to spend a lot of time on field, I could just like funnel all the particles to Zhongling so that she gets her burst back. And yeah, this team was just really fun, really satisfying, and I really like all the characters in this team. Currently though, the main team, like the meta team that I've been using for Kaeya is the Farina Escoffier Freeze Core, and then I have Chongyun for his cryo infusion on Kaeya's like normals and charge attacks, so that I can use Kaeya on field as like a cryo DPS. And this team is very good. I used it to clear Abyss and Stygian Onslaught with difficulty level Fearless. Yes, this team is strong enough. It might sound crazy, but Kaeya was actually the one that did the most damage in the team as well, so I'm so happy about that. But yeah, these are kind of my teams that I like to use. And then as like a meme, just for funsies, I also like this team just because I like Kaeya and Tartaglia, so I want to use them in a team together. So I just have this one, just kind of for sillies. But yeah, this one's like the main meta team that I use, and it's very nice. So I thought I'd show off a little bit of what they can do, like in actual combat, you know, show off it in practice. Oh, but before we do that, I thought I'd show some of my theater history because I am not doing theater right now because theater is not really that hard. Like, it's not really impressive to use a character in theater, but I do want it to be known that I have used Kaeya in all my theaters. Like, theater is really more of a character check. Any theater where Kaeya is available to be used, where cryo is available, I've used him. So yeah, like, he's in all of the cryo ones. Oh, and here you could see him wearing his skin. Back before I switched back to his normal one. Theater is more of just like a character amount check, rather than like character strength. I'm not doing that. It also takes like 10 years to finish. So now we're gonna go into the Abyss. For the first half of this Abyss, I just went with Varka Premium because I happen to have Varka Premium. I think my builds are kind of scuffed. Sometimes I run Venti on like Iridescent. I think right now he's just on the new... Yeah, he's on the new set, but it's whatever. It doesn't matter. And then we are going to put... yes, this team. I like because it's really strong, and also because Escoffier heals a lot. I can get through the Radiant Moonfly easily. However, I do want to note, in the past, I have used the Reverse Melt team to clear. Like, you could see some of these. Yeah, like, I used these for Reverse Melt in past Abysses. So, like, the Reverse Melt team works. It's just that sometimes, depending on the enemies, it's just more annoying because, like, trying to play Bennett against the Radiant Moonfly is actually hellish. But I know that it's strong enough. Reverse Melt is strong enough to beat this because I beat the last time this machine was in Spiral Abyss, I beat it with Reverse Melt. So like, it's enough cryo between Kaeya and Rosaria to keep the bar down, and then it does a ton of damage. This is also probably going to be really annoying without freeze or overload, so I don't want to do that. I don't want to deal with it. I could try to brute force it, but I'm of the opinion that I'm just gonna play whatever's best shield in the Spiral Abyss, because I just don't want to make things harder for myself. So yeah, let's go ahead and try it out. It should be pretty easy.
Thunder!
Oh my god, I think Barca's on the wrong weapon. Hang on. I took off his... Oh my goodness. Okay, retry. I was like, I didn't see this... the Serpent Spine stacks. I took it off because I was taking a picture.
Huh? Shred 'em!
That's okay, we did it. Alright.
Cool it!
So this, I don't really think too hard about this team.
Spirit Blade! Attack! Don't get frostbite.
Mostly just like do the normal like Arena Burst, Escoffier Burst.
Let the world come alive! A little amuse boost.
Then I Chong'an,
Burst of flavor.
Burst, and E.
Freeze! This moment will be frozen in time.
Okay, we cleared the debuff.
Cool it!
Yoo-hoo! Time to shine.
Okay, Farina's debuff, so she can't proc that
Goose on the
properly,
loose.
but it's okay. I think we do
Spirit
enough.
Blade! Attack! A touch of freeze! Oh, so
I
sorry.
think we do enough that it doesn't matter. Yeah, we're making good time too.
Dodge this!
Yay! Almost a minute left. I love this team. I was worried about energy because normally, like, or not normally, but when I did Stygian, I put Chongyun on like a Fab Great Sword, so that you can have more energy. But honestly, it's working out. Like, it's doing okay.
Brace yourself.
No, don't go away. Okay, this side is was so cooked. Oh my goodness.
Freeze!
Okay, hopefully my energy is okay on this side. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fine. We have a little bit over a minute.
Submit for judgment. This moment will be frozen in time.
Okay, I messed up the order, but it's whatever.
Come on, then. Show me what you got. Strike a pose. Off to the freezer. Let my name echo in song. The pinnacle of excellence.
From whence you came.
Okay, this energy is like a little bit cooked, I think. I think having like Fab on Chongyun would have helped, but it's not too bad because I mean, she's like half dead already.
Cool it.
Time to shine.
Like, we're fine.
Stop
Ooh.
that. A dash of frosting. Goose on the loose. Show no feet.
Submit for
Girl.
judgment. One with my blade. Fourth. Don't get
Come on,
frostbite.
Granny.
Dodge this.
Normally I like to skill
Freeze.
before I burst. That way I can get the...
Show
Okay,
me
I'm
your
not
thing. A little
gonna...
amuse boost.
One with my blade. Cool it.
Okay, I want to save my bursts for the last
Dodge this.
bit, so I'm just gonna... I want to save my bursts, so I'm not gonna use them. We're just gonna hack away at her. But yeah, as I was saying, I normally like to skill before I Kaeya burst, because then you get the bonus attack from clearing the Bond of Life, and I believe his burst snapshots that. So yeah, that's just something that I normally like to do, but honestly, I was getting annoyed that I kept getting interrupted, like staggered, so I was like, I'm just gonna send the burst.
I'm going in. Time for takeoff.
I think this is fine. Dude, stop! I thought we were like buddies. We're wolf brothers in arms. Okay. Yeah, that was like sub 1 minute. Yep. So this is gonna be easy peasy.
Freeze.
Strike a pose.
Just gonna start
Let my
setting
name
up.
echo in song. Off to the freezer. A burst of flavor.
Yeah, this is gonna be super easy because they can easily keep
So sorry.
the bar down with all this cryo. Hehe.
Yoo-hoo! Let the world come alive!
The cryo bar in this one, like the Spiral Abyss version, is also like really slow
Cool it.
compared to the one in Stygian. Like in Stygian, the bar feels so fast. Whereas like here, it's like a baby bar. Like it's so much slower.
Strike a pose! Let my name echo in song! A dash of frosting! The pinnacle of excellence!
Submit for judgment. 1. Oh, so sorry.
Yay! So that was easy. Basically first try. Next, we are going to show off the ultimate Kaeya test, which is Stygian Onslaught Fearless. And yes, I'm doing this on like almost the last day of the update. So as you can see, I actually already have the time here. We're basically gonna do the same thing. I will have to change Chongyun's build a little bit. Farina and Escoffier basically stay the same. I normally run Farina on Festering Desire, but in this team, because she's solo Hydro, I can't do that. But I do just keep her on Golden Fruit as well as Escoffier. And then Chongyun, I give him... I just give him my Noblesse pieces. Oh. And then I did, just in case the team needs more energy, I did give him the Great Sword. I don't know if I'll be able to get a faster time, because honestly I think the time that I already got was pretty good. However...
Yeah!
A touch of frost. That Spirit Blade. Dodge this.
Yes.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Okay, I like to just do that with Kaeya because I know that
Time to shine!
his burst cooldown is low enough that
Submit for judgment.
honestly by the time that by the time I swap back to him, it's already back. So I just keep looping this same rotation over and over, and I have to be more careful about using his skill before his burst.
Let my name echo in song!
Just to maximize
Off to the freezer!
the buff.
Pinnacle of excellence!
Spirit Blade. Attack. Freeze.
And I always do Chongyun's burst first, just so that I can get maximum uptime on this little field.
Cool it.
And I prefer to spam Kaeya's charge attacks over his normals. I don't know if it actually
A little
I don't know which one's more ideal, but I don't know. I kind of
Whence you came. Swift and dodge this. Don't get frostbite.
I frame that. Normally if I get hit during that, I have to just restart because it is really annoying to get interrupted.
How dare you! Time to shine! Off to the freezer! The pinnacle of excellence!
Spirit Blade. Attack. Oh, so sorry.
Yeah, I think we're in the clear. I don't think this is going to be faster than the time I already have, but that's okay. Because we're just here to show that he can, in fact, do it. That's what we're here for. I just wanted to show that he could clear. Yeah, this is slower than before.
This moment will be frozen.
But we're definitely going to clear. So, yay! My official record is saved here. You can see he did in fact do the most damage in the team. Marina and Escoffier are pretty close behind because I did test it in the Miliastra dummy. I can insert a photo here. Kaeya does deal the most damage, but honestly Farina and Escoffier also deal a ton of damage. But Kaeya does rack up the most damage in this team since he's on fielding the whole time, so that does help him a little bit compared to the other two. It is really funny that the strongest strike is Escoffier, and it's only 73k, which is not that high at all. But Kaeya does more he does a lot of smaller hits between all of his normals and charge attacks, and obviously all the hits on his burst. But he hits a lot of times. So yeah, this is the official record that I have. Now that I've shown off what Kaeya can do at level 90, I think it's finally time to level 95 him. We are going to go to one of his favorite places ever, which is the Angel Share Tavern. We're not gonna talk to Patton or the poster. Just gonna take a seat, and we're going to buy him a drink. And unfortunately, the game does not have his favorite drink, which is Death Afternoon, like in the game. I think because like they keep doing the joke that like the traveler looks like they're too young to drink, so like no one will serve them alcohol. So like all of these drinks are specifically like non-alcoholic, which is fine because we also know that Kaeya likes apple cider. So we're gonna get him an apple cider, and we already have some in my inventory, but we're gonna get a fresh one. Even though I'm like completely broke, just gonna get one. We're gonna treat him. I can't find it. Yes. Wait a minute, what's the difference between this and... Oh, this is one that Mika gave. We're gonna hang on to that. We're not gonna use that one. That was a gift from Kaeya, so we can't use this one. We can't just give it back to him. We can't re-gift his own gift to us. So we're gonna use this. I'm gonna give it to Kaeya. And we're also going to give him his specialty dish, which we made ourselves. We're treating him today. And now it is finally time. We are here. We're seated. We've given him some treats. Now we are giving him the ultimate treat, which is we are leveling him to 95. Okay. Yay! He's 95. I'm taking a picture. We did it! Yay! We've done it, folks. We've done it, lads. Next up, we need to level 100 him. So, B-Luke, I need you to come through. I need you to give me more copies so that I can level up your brother and not you, even though I do love Duke. Oh my gosh, he has like the little swirl around him now because he's level 95. Oh my gosh, I wonder if it looks different at level 100. I've never actually seen. Kaeya's level 95 now. No, he needs to be smiling. Come on. Yay! Alright, so if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Hopefully I plan to make more videos and maybe stream. Maybe this is the year that I actually commit and actually start streaming consistently, but who knows? We'll see. But yeah, thank you for watching if you're here, and yeah, goodbye!